well, I don't know if I'm speaking on behalf of all of us or just for myself, but I'd say what did it for me was an extensive amount of experience on the impaired waterways. Um, They just had a lot of similar projects. They presented experience with a lot of similar projects. Salt Creek is an impaired waterway. They also had a pretty solid relationship with the IEPA. They have offices in Springfield. We think that's going to be a pretty key component to getting this permitted. So we were impressed with that, and also just the overall quality of their presentation. And I'll turn it over if anyone else wants to add anything to
I
that.
want to hear from, can I hear from Brad? I mean, our chief operator, I'd like to hear.
Basically, when we looked at it, all three consultants were very close. We picked CMT over the other two because basically for the same thing as Alderman Winger said, we thought fresh eyes to look at the project would be better. As far as Smith went, there was some concern with them partnering with another engineering firm, Deutschler and Associates, and we thought there could potentially be a conflict between, doing the feasibility study. If there was a problem with one part, one might say, well, we didn't do that part, Smith did that part, or there could be some kind of conflict there.
Otherwise, my question to staff is with that comment that you made about partnering with another firm, as a council member, speaking for myself, that don't bother me because we disapprove the Coda Group up on Thorndale Avenue that partner with 5 other firms. There's 4 projects doing that. The other thing is you said connections to get permits for the flow and all that, okay? I know that to do that, most of it comes out of Springfield. But the way I feel, reading these things, any Baxter Wood could do it, Smith Engineer could get those permits. That ain't the issue for me. The thing that really impressed me, a couple things with Smith, okay? They already gave us an idea of what could be wrong with the treatment plant. They all had the same amount of time to tour the treatment plant, okay? They gave us reasons that could be fixed, and no one says. Keep in mind, this is just a study. It ain't saying that these people are building a new treatment plant, okay? Because if it comes back that we need to build a new treatment plant, it still needs to go out for bid because it's going to be over the expense count. That does not impress me that every firm's got connections with Springfield regardless, okay? What bothers me is when the comment comes up that there's a conflict with the committee or whoever made this decision, is that just because we partner up with someone, that's now going on all over the place, guys. I mean, here, CTE and Smith just partner up with this project. It doesn't matter who you partner up with. There's one firm that you negotiate with. That's the firm. Everyone tells me that, oh, well, there could be a 30% increase on this whole project because this firm's going, increase the fees. That isn't the question here. I just had the question before for this project. The project was CTE is in charge of this project, and Smith gets paid whatever they work out. The firm loses, CTE ends up paying what money is available out of their account to pay their other firm. I don't think that should be the issue here. Thank you.
Alderman Coles.
Well, I was on the first committee, and we accepted Baxter. And Baxter's a good outfit, don't get me wrong. But Smith Engineering did come with photographs of what they were going to do. They had 2 photographs. They were the only ones that brought any photographs in on what they figured they were going to try to do. And I think that really helps especially for people that don't know anything about what's going on. Photographs help just like that photograph. And the other companies did not come in with any photographs at all, both of them. But all the companies are good. I read all the books, and every company that you had there were very good. They all had specifications for they could get licenses here and licenses there. So, I mean, it can be done. But I would suggest, my thing is going with Smith's.
Alderman Lewitton.
Thank you, Alderman Winger. I'm still wavering on my decision, and I was impressed today to notice that a member of the ZBA, Steve Niff, was here, who's an engineer, and I was wondering if you would invite him to give his opinion as an engineer and as a member of the ZBA.
I can offer it, but I don't know that he would, I mean, Mr. Nehoff, do you have anything to mention here?
Does he have a
I know it's somewhat
favorite?
impromptu.
And why?
Truth be told, I think Smith was.
Well, if you do speak, you do need to use the microphone and introduce yourself.
Steve Niehoff, Niehoff.
And and I would encourage you to speak as a resident, though, if you're
Yes,
going to.
as a resident, speaking in no official capacity for the city or as an engineer. I don't want to get sued for this. No, I don't recall all the points from the email that I had sent to a number of aldermen who had asked, I think, but my recollection is of reviewing the applications that Alderman Shaw had given me that it was close. I mean, the important thing to remember is this is really just a feasibility study. I mean, I understand Alderman Knipe's concerns about Baxter and Woodman, but you know what? If a new treatment plant is needed, it's going to go out for bid again for that engineering. I mean, there's nothing wrong with, you know, giving one of these firms a chance for the feasibility study. And of the statements of qualification that were submitted, I think Smith was narrowly ahead of the others, I think.
Thank you. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and I'll ask if anyone else has any final statements before I call the vote. Alderman Wesley, any final comments? No, thank you. Alderman, please. Alderman Lewitton. Alderman Shockey. Alderman Cadala. Alderman Coles? No. Alderman Knipe. Okay, the motion on. Okay. From staff, any final comments? Okay. So the motion on the floor is to select Smith Engineering to enter into negotiations with them. There's a motion and a second. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Opposed?
One opposition, motion carries. Next item on the agenda is a motion to adjourn.
So move.
Unless there are any items for future meetings, that must have gotten left off here. Okay, no items for future meetings, new business. Okay, I make a motion to adjourn. Is there a
move.
second? All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.